Hey guys, Nate, the Otter Outdoorsman here. Um, right now I'm going to be doing a 100th video review and also answering questions I've been asked. This video will be my 101st video. I decided to use my success at a bow drill as my 100th video because that video is very special to me, considering what I had achieved, and using it as a tribute to the friends and mentors I have made while doing this. And this video is not as important. I decided around when I did my 50th video review to about every 50 videos, if I could, or well, this first 50, and then I may just do every 100 or so. I'll do a review of my progress that I've made since the last 50th. Now, when I first set the channel, I made myself some sets of goals. I wanted to get a ferro rod down, which I did in stride. I'm not a master at ferro rods. I can't get almost every material. I can't get all materials going yet, but I can get a fire with natural materials with relative ease, and I've done it. It's to the point where I'm comfortable in my region using a ferro rod as a reliable source of fire. I modified that for myself to just fire starting in general, because ferro rod got done really quickly. So things like primitive fire and other methods, and one of the goals I reached was the bow drill fire. Last video, as you guys saw, I finally was able to get it with help, a lot of help actually, especially after a trip to the woodsman school. Fire is going to be ongoing. I'm already working on my sets of goals for next year, but my other goal being protein procurement, or I kind of modified that again for myself to just calorie collection. That's also going to be ongoing for a long time. It's actually going to feed into next year's goals as well. I restarted learning to fish this year, and I'm going out every few weeks or so. Cast a couple lines and just relax. After shooting the video yesterday, I went out for a couple hours and went fishing. I didn't catch anything. I've only caught like 2 things since I've started, but you know what? It's practice. And wild edibles, my knowledge of wild edibles has significantly gone up, and it's become useful. Wintergreen tea is really good. Let's see, some other goals that I'd set that I can't remember off the top of my head. I should have written these down. Now, these 2 ones were big ones are fire and calories. I've just gotten a lot better at a lot of different skills. I mean, shelter building's increased. I've gotten more in shape. I've gotten better at navigation, but gotten a lot better at navigation, but next year I'm really hammering navigation and mapping my own trails and stuff, just because I'm good with the compass, but I'm not amazing with the compass, and I easily get lost if I'm not paying attention. Happens a lot. Let's see, and let's look at how I feel I've grown. Where I feel like I've really gotten hammered a lot of my skills down. I'm really good at what I do. I'm not amazing, I'm not an expert, but I'm good. I'm confident. But let's move on to some questions that I've been asked, whether it be in the Q&A, as a response to the Q&A, or to just me personally. Let's start with the original question that I answered as the announcement for the Q&A. But I'm going to kind of abbreviate it here because I just feel like it should be here as well. My opinion of the difference between bushcraft and survival. It's all in the motivation, my friend. All in the motivation. Another question I've been asked is, what are my opinion on pre-made survival kits? They're okay. Not the best. You should probably make your own. I've stopped calling them survival kits in my head. And if you have a kid watching you you may, if depending on how much you don't like your kids hearing us swear, I have a name for them that isn't really that nice, and block their ears now. It is the well shit kit. I'm going to be doing a video on this in the future, and why I call it the well shit kit. But I feel like it's for those moments of where you're just like, well, poop. As opposed to being, survival is used so loosely nowadays when I just think of a survival situation as in, you're in a situation that's bad, and you need to get out of it. And one of those kits have implements in it that will help you. But the problem is with pre-made ones. They're generally made to be cheap. The materials in it are cheap. You should make your own. I'm actually working on making my own. Some other questions I've been asked are, while I was learning the bow drill, a lot of comments, actually from my father. He jokingly said, "Well, this would really be a good reason." It's like, this is why you really want to carry a Bic lighter. And while yes, I don't think bow drill is the best way to start a fire. The best way to start a fire is a lighter or ferro rod. But I'm not learning this skill for survival. I learned the bow drill, and I'm going to continue to learn it until it's second nature. But I'm learning it because I want to learn it. It's fun, and I want to be able to pass it on. Another question I've been asked is why I studied biology. Now, I have a bachelor's degree in biology, and the answer of why I studied biology is very loaded. And actually, since I was a kid, I've always loved studying animals. It's been a passion about me. Reading books, going to the zoo. Since I was a kid, I've just loved nature. And one of my childhood dreams was actually either to study animals or to be an adventurer. And as a kid, I just wanted to do it. My parents, they were supportive. They also joked, it's like, well, if you want to be an adventurer, you have to be able to get funded to be an adventurer and stuff like that. It's odd that those are things that I remember when I forget a lot of other things. And having a degree in biology allows me to do that. It allows me to study animals, allows me to travel, which I have. I haven't been to too many places. I've been to a couple, one of which being Puerto Rico, the rainforest there. really beautiful place, and it wasn't on the touristy trails. I was trekking through the jungle. But it's just like this hobby, it's a passion. It's something I love doing. And though right now I'm still looking for a job in my field, I'm currently working at, not in my field, but as a job that I have as a computer tech. So I always love studying the outdoors. What type of jobs could I find with that would be things like I could be a wildlife biologist, or I can be an ecologist, or I can be a field technician and go collect data, or the possibilities are endless, and I love my field. I love studying it. And I use this hobby as an extension of it. Looking for wild edibles, I've learned a lot of. It's made me a better biologist. I've learned various plants that I didn't know previously, and it just keeps growing. And the reason why I generally consider myself a naturalist instead of saying I'm a biologist is, while my degree's in biology, I love studying all aspects of nature, and not all biologists are naturalists, and all naturalists are biologists, if that makes sense, but I love learning about nature, I love discovering about nature, and I love teaching nature, and that makes me, in my eyes, that makes me a naturalist. But, yeah. But those are some of the answers to some questions. If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask me. I can always either do another Q&A, or I can just flat out answer them. Unless it's like a really good question, and then I may just do a video on it. But yeah, it's been a great 100 videos. It's been about 7 months since I've started this channel, and this channel means a lot to me. I've made a lot of friends through it. Made a lot of friends through the community in general. Wish more of them lived closer. But who knows? Maybe I'll work with them in the future. My name's Nate. I'm the Otter Outdoorsman. It's been a long ride, and let's continue to do it. You have a good day.